Hey everybody, Michael and Stan from Chunky Peanut Butter.
Hola.
How's everyone doing? We're playing Happy Wars!
Oh!
Holy crap, it's war, it's happy,
It's happy,
there's
very
double
happy.
wars, it's like a mix between Star Wars and Happy Go Fun Time.
Yeah, exactly. That is exactly what it was.
I think that's what they were thinking when they made
Yes.
the title of this video game. Great video game, guys. You guys need to get this today. It's on
Yep.
XBLA. Get it today. It's totally fucking free,
Yep.
and it's amazing. Kind of reminds me of
Fat Princess.
Fat Princess.
Yes.
Totally. A little bit of Costume Quest. I kind of
Yeah.
feel like the animation's a little bit the same.
It has that kind of cell-shaded goodness. going
Totally. Yes, but not so much like I guess like Borderlands, like this
Yeah,
cell
yeah,
shading
no,
Borderlands.
no,
This
it's
is like
still-
meant to be cartoony.
Yeah, yeah.
Where Borderlands is
Borderlands
like
is
the
a-
mix between realism,
Yeah.
like that crappy movie. What's that called again?
on. Scanner Darkly.
Yes.
I really enjoyed it.
That was a terrible movie. How dare you?
It was surreal, but anyways.
Okay, what you got to do in this game is your team has to go and build these towers.
Yep.
You have to make it to the other side of the map.
Push
There's
all
a
the way.
series of islands, and you have special abilities. You have 3 different characters. You have a warrior, a cleric, and a
And
mage. And basically what you got to do is you got to push to the other side, fight the other team, build your towers as quickly as possible to dominate most of the map. So that way you can spawn closer.
Further and further. Yeah. Each one is like your graveyard that you can spawn closer to the other side.
Absolutely.
And then eventually you want to take their castle at the end. They have like a large tower in the center of theirs. And
You got to
destroy
take down the tower. Yep.
So just like what's going on
Yeah.
here, his friend off
Enemy
on the
tower.
side, destroy the enemy tower.
Far off on the right side of the
Yep.
screen because I actually couldn't find a shot where, or even an opportunity that was open for me to actually try and build the tower. So here I am.
Hey, attempt to build the tower.
Yeah, as I
Oh.
dying, I finally get set on fire. But it's and then every time you die, there is like a 7-second
Yep.
wait period before you can spawn again. But luckily, if your team actually takes each tower close enough to your next destination,
It's not as long a run. and
Yeah.
you can get back in the game.
and the idea is to take the towers as close to their castle as possible, and eventually you want to take their tower. Now, I wasn't really quite understanding why we lost in this game, maybe over deaths. So, the game's still pretty new to me, but it seems like both deaths and taking the towers actually count towards your game. It's not just a goal where you take the tower, because I believe
yeah.
there's a time limit. I'm not really sure what that time limit is, or maybe it's a score limit, because the game does end eventually. It's not like some definitive game where
Yeah,
you
it
just
just
keep
goes on and
going
on and on and on.
until somebody takes all the towers. There's a tornado right there.
Yeah.
Let's see, there is a couple special abilities. I think those are mage special abilities, where you can have like a tornado, you can have like fireballs and like wind stuff. I don't really know all of them yet because I haven't leveled up that far. I'm like a level 4 now.
Yeah.
But you get special abilities, different weapons every time that you level
So
up.
here you switched out, went cleric.
Yeah.
And this is like the healer class. Essentially, you're going to be the support for your friends. And then what we got coming up here is everyone has group abilities. What is it? The warrior has the wedge spear formation where he charges. The mages have the arrow.
You got a
blast.
couple of arrows. It kind of looks like they're shooting arrows, and your team essentially has to get into these tiny little circles.
Yeah.
And I think it's coming up here in a second. But what you do is you push the Y button. I keep spitting on everything. And you push the Y button, and you kind of call your team to get together and start
Yeah.
this formation.
And either they accept or they deny, and then
Yeah.
you're just standing there, just kind of sitting around, hoping that someone walks by.
It's a very team-based game. You
Yeah.
got to have teams. See, right here. There's somebody already trying to call one in, so I was like, you know what, I'll call mine in because no one's doing it.
Yeah.
And luckily enough, everybody kind of formed together.
Yeah, fell into
and
place.
I guess when you're like level 2 or level 3, your cleric ability is like shooting fireballs. Your whole team will kind of shoot like fire at them.
Yeah.
And as you go up, you get like an electricity, like a thunderbolt kind of thing. So right there, boom, fireballs in your face. Nobody doesn't like fireballs in their face.
No, yeah, exactly.
Great balls of fire.
Now I notice as you continue leveling up a little bit later, down here in the lower right-hand corner, we have the list of abilities. Essentially, whatever you can do with your class at the time, you can select through, get different ones as you continue on the map and get stronger, and eventually start using other abilities. Warriors get one like a confusing yell, rage storm, whirlwind ability. Every class has a cornucopia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A plethora, a jubilee of abilities, if you will.
Yes.
So here I am. I snuck to the enemy castle by myself, and I was like, you know what? Hopefully nobody will notice me, and I'll just try to take out the gate. So what you have to do is you have to take down their front gate before you get to their tower, and then your team and stuff take down the tower.
Yeah, and there's a whole bunch of other stuff that you can do. Like there's battering rams you can set up. There's like little scout shooty towers on the walls you can set. Oh yeah, fall
achievement
off.
for dying. Yeah, and you can't fall off the level. And right here you can actually purchase like your next level, stuff like that. I'm not sure does that require actual like XBLA money?
Well, it's a system where you have to buy
your
the
Microsoft
XBLA
points?
money and then buy into the game currency so that you can buy into essentially your abilities.
Okay. So it's a free-to-play game, but you can actually purchase abilities in the game.
Microtransactions.
But what you have to do essentially is buy Microsoft points, then you use the Microsoft points to buy currency inside the game. You use that currency to buy those abilities.
Yeah.
A little bit confusing. It might be a little bit tedious. They were questioned on it today.
Yeah, Toy Logic was questioned, and they had no comment.
They actually might be changing it. That's what it sounds like.
Well,
Usually,
they really wanted it to not be such a tedious system. So maybe in the future they'll address that.
it sounds like they want a way to be able to make some kind of money.
Here we got some
this.
of the fireballs.
Yep, special abilities. Those are enemy special abilities. Then that's me like a mage. It's like level 20 or something. The game just came out, so I don't know how they had that much time.
Yeah, there was a guy we started playing almost as soon as the game came out, and he was already 14. Level 14 running
ridiculous
around. Yeah,
ridiculous. Now I don't know if you guys saw it right here. Perfect. There's packages that you can get, and they're items. If there's an achievement, you get 30 items. Can't remember what it's called, but I think it's throughout the game. It's not just in one match. So there's different items, and those items go from I think different armor, like helmets, as far as weapons and stuff like that, and special abilities.
It kind of has that RPG, build your character.
Yeah, totally. Which
is really cool, especially for a free-to-play game to have that, extra little add-on inventory system. It's really fun to be able to do those things.
And who doesn't want to do those things?
Exactly.
I'll tell you that.
I love upgrades.
I love variety.
Yeah.
That's what we do in this channel, is we bring you a variety, a jubilee, a plethora of videos, if you will,
yes,
of crap you don't and do want to see.
Exactly.
And we don't care.
It's a fruit bowl, and we're painting a picture, and sometimes we paint the fruit that's there, and sometimes, we eat the fruit and paint whatever we want.
No, this is not a Picasso.
Yeah, it's
surreal. It's a chunky peanut butter original. We own
a chunky original.
We own the rights.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I really like the game, though. I really like the combat. Like, it totally reminds me of playing Fat Princess in that sense. Like, it's the first Microsoft version.
Run around, just fucking
exactly.
Fuck shit up.
You don't really have to worry. I don't think there's a way to, like, focus on enemies, though. I haven't really figured that out, if you can actually, like, target enemies specifically. But here we go. Yeah, time's up. There goes my freaking answer to that question. Our team won. I know that we lose the second game. That's going to be coming up in a second here. We're going to go over the achievements. At least the ones that I went over. I believe there's like 200 gamer score for this game or something like that. Because I know there's a list of achievements that are for 10 and 20. And then there's the final achievement, which is for 60, which is to, I think, complete all quests. So there's quite a few achievements. There's a lot of stuff that you can do. And then there's also a leveling up system. Like you can kind of... I guess choose which class you want to go to.
So here at the end, you get essentially the items that you receive during the game, and then you get your level and rank, and
it tells you like the game, like your review of your game,
like
how you went. So it's pretty cool. Like a rank 2, booyah! That's like the highest rank in the game. That's a record gold medal right there.
Exactly.
Yeah,
we Phelpsing it up.
That's like 4 hours of gameplay right there. I died a lot. I die all the time.
Granted, you were fairly distracted with me sitting here poking at you,
and I wasn't really paying attention to what weapon that was used. I had like 6 weapons that I didn't even use.
A ripper saw. We ended up switching out to like a hammer. There's a whole. It's a lot of weapons. It's a fun little.
Totally. And the cleric gets like an electrical type weapon. And here we are with the list of achievements. All rounder. Use the warrior, cleric, all 3 classes at the same time. The Legend Begins, that's basically receive mention in one game, like heroic mention. Hello World, use all order or gets 4 commands at the same time. Nobody calls me whatever. And then first victory, get 1 victory in any game session. So the other one was actually to finish the tutorial, the one before first victory.
And those are just the ones, right as you're starting out the game, you're going to end up, picking up, those are probably going to be your first ones that you experience.
Yeah, well, you can actually choose to go through the tutorial, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
Right here we're actually demonstrating the mages class. So I just wanted to show everybody that. When you first start out, you just kind of shoot fire. You can do other stuff as you level up. So keep in mind, this is a level-based game. You want to keep fighting and get as many kills as possible with each class, the warrior, the cleric, and the mage. That way you get those better abilities. The game does get a lot better as you keep playing, you know what I mean, it actually does get a lot better. But hey, everybody, this is Michael
And Stan.
from Chunky Peanut Butter. I hope you guys enjoyed the game. Thanks for coming by. Have a great day.
Yep. Peace.